Okay, let me give you a technique that I have used in my life, that I still use today, and it changed my life. This is a simple thing to do, mostly simple. Here's what it is. This is how I deal with anger. This is how I got past anger issues, but this is what I do. This is my technique, and it literally has changed my life. Okay, when somebody says something to me that makes me mad, makes me angry, or a text or something comes through, I can't control my initial reaction to that. I get mad. But what I can control is how I choose to respond to how I feel. How I choose to respond to the input that came in that made me feel a certain way, that drives me towards a certain set of actions, not always for the best, but that I have some self-control. I can exert some self-control over how I choose to respond to that. And the reason for this is that what I want to do is I want to change how my brain works. I can't control how I felt in that moment when somebody said something to me. I don't have control over that. What I want to do is I want to get my brain set up where it doesn't even respond to that. Where when somebody says something to me that, would normally make me angry, I would have a different reaction. I might see them with compassion. I might say, oh, they're saying something mean to me because they hurt. That's what I want my instincts to do. I have gotten my instincts way closer to that with a simple practice. Because the thing is when I hear spiritual teachers say, when you hear something you don't like, just don't react. Don't feel angry about it or something. That's not telling me anything. I can't control that reaction. Here's a simple practice that changed my brain chemistry so that I don't react as much to things. It's a simple thing. Here's what it is. Okay, when somebody says something to me I don't like and I start to feel myself get angry, whatever it is, and I start to feel myself get angry, what I do is I separate myself from that situation. Maybe it's my partner, maybe it's my phone or something like that. And I just sequester myself in a room by myself and I just sit and I just pay attention to how I feel. What this means is that I'm not sitting there ruminating on the thoughts and like, what can I do? What should I do? That I really try to take a step back and pay attention to how my physical body feels. Because I feel quite different now that I'm angry. My heart is beating in my chest. I sort of feel like my whole body is kind of a heartbeat. I'm like, like this. I can feel this kind of rushing sensation. I kind of get this almost like a wind is blowing inside me or something. I feel this kind of lifting up sensation or something. This is odd. I don't know how to phrase it. But all of these physical changes, that's what I'm feeling vis-a-vis this anger that's come up. And the amazing thing is if I just sit with it for a few minutes and I just pay attention to it, it starts to just wash through me. It's like a chemical wash, it's like a wave. It just chemical wash just hits me and then slowly recedes. It literally, I think that's just all it is. It's just your chemical floods with a bunch of chemicals. Your brain floods with a bunch of chemicals. It makes me think a certain thing. And then the chemicals wash through. Then I'm back to where I started. I'm not really angry anymore. I'm suddenly seeing the situation with perspective. And then I can go back and respond totally differently than how I would have. No, angry text going back out to spark that situation anew. And so this practice of just when I feel myself getting angry, just separating myself from the situation, it takes 5 minutes. Where if I just sit and pay attention to how I feel, it's the very act of paying attention to how I feel that kind of makes it like dissolve away. I'm not feeding the beast. I'd yell at my partner or I send that text back. It like renews that feeling and it perpetuates, it keeps it going, and it feels good, let's be honest. But the very act of not acting on it, it just dissolves. Then what I've noticed is that when the same input comes in again, something that would normally annoy me, it doesn't affect me as much. And even the amount that it does affect me, it resolves faster. It's like I set a new foundation for myself just with this simple act. So this has changed my life. I tell you, I really tell you, this is, talk to my partner, she'll tell you, it's really changed everything about how my brain works, what my instincts are. Because it's easy to say, don't get angry. But that's not easy. I don't have control over that. But I do have control over how I respond to that anger. And that makes all the difference. If I just take it easy for a minute, back it up, slow it down, separate myself, don't act on it, it's the very acting on it that perpetuates it. It's like the anger tree grows and it's just waiting for me to do something so that it can fruit. Then the fruit falls into the ground and the seeds can grow into more trees. But it's the acting that makes the fruit grow. If I don't act, the fruit doesn't grow. I get less angry the next time. I recover faster when I do get angry. But more than that, it's a new foundation for me. So it's not just that I'm sitting there not angry. Now I suddenly have all this room for new thoughts. Compassion comes out. Rationality comes out. I suddenly see situations with more reality. I see reality with more truth. I see things clearer. And the amazing thing is, you only have to do it successfully once, and you will immediately notice the difference afterwards. I mean, not just in the short term where you're feeling better and relating better, it's in the days afterwards, in the weeks afterwards. Just doing it one time, it helps your brain to use new pathways. It changes the neurochemistry of your brain. Look, I tell you, even doing it once, I felt like it changed it permanently. Maybe by small degrees, but noticeable. So this is my thing. There's a pragmatic quality here. There's a practicality to all of this, where maybe I want to stop eating sugar. But if my body doesn't want to stop eating sugar, my brain is not so powerful to just stop that, you know? So it's easy for people to say, oh, well, just don't be angry and don't get angry. This, for me, is a very practical practice, a very practical method that I use in my life that dramatically changed my life, changed my family's life. It's amazing. It really is amazing. So I give this to you guys. Try it. And if it works for you, please reach out to me. Let me know that it works for you. Put it in the comments. Do something. Let me know, because I am so curious to hear how other people's lives are going, how other people's lives are changing around this kind of stuff. I've just been amazed at my own life. Just this very simple thing has changed everything for me. All right, guys, take it easy. Yeah.